What's up, people lovers? It is time for the semifinals in the ECL 3 Southeast Asia stage. Frantic against Team Secret. Both only won their rounds 2-1, as you can see at the top, so struggled a bit, but in the end won against tough opponents. VNA performed great there, and Frantic beat SY. Let's take a look. The pick system is we have 5 maps, and you need to pick 2 civilizations each time out of that pack for your maps, and 1 extra civilization. We will take a look at what they have in store for us. Tip is picking Italians, their pocket is Malay, and we have CL playing Japanese, so very heavy water approach here. Then we have Doubt again with Japanese again. Their pocket this time is Tato with Italians, and the Viper again with the flank Malay compared to the games yesterday. Someone just messaging me on Twitch, Nearly, can you stream Frantic vs Secret? Potentially. Is this live? Well, I don't need to insult Escape AoE again. I can just say yes. Looking at the minimap, there seems to be a lot of fish indeed, and some resource in the center that might be worth fighting for. For everyone who doesn't know this map, this one is a toll. Specialty is that this one can be passed by units and by ships alike. So, yeah, quite important to even double wall this. Once for the units like this, and once for the ships in that direction. Sling to which civilization? Well, that is a good question. Most of the time, at least I can tell you what happened yesterday from Team Secret. They had the pocket civilization Sling, but that was Japanese as well. So it's not really important to control the land very early on because the fish is just so good. We have seen players go up to 30, 35 fishing ships on this one. If we take a small look at how the island is shaped, we have reasonable amount of wood if we control the water. 1 big gold spot, and then we need to expand. So early imp, we need to have, well, a close eye on to who controls the land. Defensive dock here by Tim. Vivi, defensive dog, and CL as well. Vivi obviously cannot really build an aggressive one. Doubt at the side. The Viper builds an aggressive one. With Malay, all makes a lot of sense. Doubt will Sling for sure. He's pocket on water map. Well, then let's take a look at the positioning again and tell us again that Tato is the red player and Italian's pocket here. And oh boy, look at that. 2 super early lumber camps. Oh boy, this will be 25 fishing ships before he clicks up to feudal age. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Oh boy. This is like 3 docks in Dark Age. Did he even get a single rhino yet? How many are there? Are there 3? I think there are only 2 on the total, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Why no Vikings on this map? Well, Vikings are surely good. The thing is, we will have other maps to play on as well. And Vikings will probably be saved for that. And we have to pick 2 civilizations. Malay and Japanese are out of the map pool, and they both went for Italians. Now you can see Vivi, he is doing some water walls here. Actually, I think the flanks should do the water walls. Oh, the Viper going for some aggression. How good is Secret compared to the past Tyrant trios? Well, Doubt, Jordan, Viper were better in their prime than Tato, Viper, Doubt now probably, but it's tricky. Like who are the 3 you compare, right? Or do you mean like the old Tyrants, Halen, K-Cap, Grunt? So I need some more names there. Can ship go through the sand? Yes, they can. Tato, oh, failed that one. Kind of tricky, and Rhino going back. Dock number 2 here, dock number 3 here. What did I tell you? And Doubt is up. The Viper already is feudal age. I completely missed that. Tim and CL with a bit of later timings and did add some fishing ships. Look at that. 5 here, second dock very close. together. 5 fishing ships here for CL as well. He should be fine. Plays it 3 lumber camps. Only 3 on gold. Is that instant galleys? I'm a bit surprised. And you can see it's weird walls. I like those of Vivi. Tim struggling a bit. Trying to wall that off. Trying to go for some defense here. The Viper already out with the first fire galley. Let's take a look what he can do. We also get the new overlay. What do you mean? The spec overlay? Yes. I talked to PKZ this morning and he will send me an even newer, better version. Actually, he wanted to send it to me today. Didn't do it. So, well, we will get that. Viper going for some wall off as well. Tato is at 13 fishing ships now. Keeps producing more. And that will be, I'm pretty sure, a sling to both of his flanks to begin this one off. Galleys here for CL, exactly what we expected. Knew that his fishing ships will be safe since he is Japanese and, well, didn't even take any damage. So no problems here. The Viper just passing. Tim will win that fight. Fishing ships for Vivi only 11. He only plays with 2 dogs. And, wow, that looks like a sling as well. I completely missed that. Let's quickly take a look at that. So Vivi is slinging Mr. Tim here. Tato meanwhile, was waiting for the market. And we will take a close look at Tim and his castle age timing. He does have a blacksmith, no market yet. Oh, lost a villager here. Nice snipe by the snake. Oh, that's actually open. Misstep here by Tim, I believe. Is it open? Looks weird. Looks weird indeed. Galley defense here, not too much happening. Tim against Viper, probably the guys that are fighting the most. Dog number 3 will get up eventually. The Viper with the earlier galley transition. Quite nice for the later composition. As we can see, Tato now with the sling towards Doubt. And Vivi continuing to sling, or switch over to CL now. Tim now finished the market. Could have been a bit earlier. Will click up any second. Doesn't need to drop food. Is the Italian player. 15 fishing ships for Vivi. 18 for Tato at the moment. And he keeps on producing some here. Small pause. Time for your question. Can you walk through relic tile? Not really. I'm not really sure what happened here. Maybe it's misplaced somewhat. He couldn't walk. He couldn't wall over it, most likely. Felt weird. Tato now slinging the Viper, who has massive amount of resources. Didn't even need that. Late market. Same problem as yesterday, actually. 17:30 time. Tim is up. Doubt is up. What's up with Mr. CL? Okay, he just clicked. So, overall, 20 seconds earlier for the 2 team secret member. No MQ. Safe. Okay. So everyone who doesn't know, MQ is the standard in this tournament. So that if you have multiple dogs selected, you can produce out of all of them evenly. SQ is what we had, and that's why... Oh, look at that. CL actually did that pretty well. Yeah. So another fail happens way too often, and we will now select MQ, restore the game, and then continue. Yeah, like now it happens a bit more often because we have a new patch, 1.5 RC instead of the 1.5 RC beta 7 that we used before, and that's why it reset SQ, MQ from all of them. What happened? So, as I said, they didn't play with multi-queue to produce out of all the military buildings equally. What is King of the Hippo 7? Exclamation point, King of the Hippo 7 will help you out. It is default MQ. It was reset due to the new patch. That's what I just said. Why is the damn world is anything other than MQ an option? That's how the game was programmed. And we played Age of Empires for 17 years with SQ. So, or 18 years. Let's say 18 and a half years with SQ. Yeah. It's a Woobly patch. It didn't change any game balancing. Is this an old ECL set? No. This is life. Does everyone tend to play MQ nowadays? Since ECL put it in their standard, which I believe is absolutely good, all the other tournaments followed. I think I was an advertiser or advocate, a fan of MQ all along. And finally we have it as a standard here, and we need to jump into it quite quickly, not to miss any of the action. The Viper is retreating here, is now going for the gold mining upgrade. Obviously, all the overlays are lost, so people will, or like the tech overlay is lost, so people will reach Castle Age now, and without it being shown. Tedo is just outpost rushing the center here. Went for some big walls. Interesting. And Doubt, he actually didn't wall properly. Doubt only walled himself. And he could go and attack Shadow here. Doubt now coming around, should get the upgrades. We know that he had a bit of an earlier timing compared to CL. As I said, now the all the techs will only kick in. Tedo stays in fuel age a bit longer. Continues with his sling here. And that's a solid connection with all the demos. Oh god! That's a lot of units turning from green into red. Let's see, they're still green. Oh. Viper with the upgrade now goes for careening. War Galley upgrade is finishing any second, and I think Viper should win this one. Just with better micro potential against all those fire ships. The demo could connect. We have 3 low HP ones here. That could be a good connection to the top as well. Oh god! Tim not taking good care here, and we can see a lot of people now in Castle H3 trying to get their stuff rolling. Meanwhile, Doubt is advancing as well. CL should, with all his upgrades though, take a reasonable fight here. 20 military to 20 of Doubt. I think this should be better for CL since we are closer to his production, and Doubt needs to take some time to get onto his higher numbers. Meanwhile, Vivi can tech to Gillnet and Boso, something that Tedo cannot do, being still in fuel age. And going for the full sling. University now for Tim, and well, the Viper with this great demo hit, just crushing Tim here, who's, well, I think stayed on fire. Galley's a bit too long, but whoa! Okay, the Viper now overextended. We'll lose those 2 war galleys for sure. Military count now 7 to 6. So that was fine for him. 25 for Doubt here against 25 of CL. Should be needing 1. The Viper now taking 2 in though. Oh boy. 23-minute imp after all this fighting. Yeah, it's a full sling behind there from Mr. Tedo, who is up to 37 fishing ships. Out goes for Wilbur behind that. Tedo also with all those outposts controlling the center somewhat. I think this is a bad fight for Doubt. Yeah, he looks very clumped up, but look at that. 18 against 16 at the moment. I think CL is winning this one. Doubt, he has +1 defense on his ships, but still CL with better numbers, although reinforcements of 5 more. Maybe Doubt can win this one. Maybe the 1 defense was enough, and yeah, indeed, CL is now retreating. The Viper even building a TC in the center. Doubt not really caring for that. We have some expansion here of Vivi. What's his plan? He has enough resources to go up to Imp, but that means the Viper will easily win the water against Tim. Who at the moment just, well, plays a solid 1v1. Didn't even get his second Rhino. Interesting. Wasn't the greatest position behind the two wood lines and even blocked by one stone. There's quite a lot of control at the front. Even that gold is irascible. And the Viper now tags into fast fire ships. Interesting that he didn't go for galleons. Taylor continues to produce more fishing ships. Look at that, at 38 at the moment. But remember, it's still without gill nets, so the 35 for Vivi are actually better. Demo connection could be big again. Let's take a look at that. Some beautiful connections here at the front. Try to go for the galleons, but now focuses back on the fire ships and fast fire ships now from the Viper. He will easily win this one. 2 damage up to 3 damage. More HP on those as well. And, well, that forces Tim to retreat. Tedon now going up to Castle Age. He's a very peaceful guy. KD 1, 2, 3. Vivi with 4 to 3 there. Instant eco upgrades here. Vivi now clicks up to him kind of late. Did he continue to sling something? He had the resources earlier. Interesting. Villager count relatively even. Fishing ship count 45 to 45 plus 7. Oh. Did Tedo just add another circle? Well, so a bit more for Team Secret here. That's a fight that the Viper will probably lose. Oh, but he's holding for so long here. That's ridiculous. Tim now up to Imperial Age though. He can maybe hold this. But I think he plays it with 2 TCs only himself. Indeed. So will fall behind slightly in villagers. Not the greatest gold control. Look at that. Galleon with 10 range. Really ugly here. Tim might be forced to build a defensive tower or something to defend against that. Ugly spot, and even if he goes to the center, the melee player is going for knights here. Ugh. Not the biggest fan of that ever. Mainly for map control apparently. And well, what can we see here? The Viper even sneaking through some docks. Oh boy! To help out with some fast fire ships at the other side. Making Doubt quite an easy winner at his side. And TL struggling quite a bit on water now. Not really a lot of stuff happening in the center here. One easy defensive monk behind those walls. Should be all pretty fine. Snipe that one. Now the castle here. Tedo is going to imp as well. The Viper already is imp. He's now getting defensive castle up. Should win the trap war there. Meanwhile, water fight. Demos could connect, but it's not as efficient with those castle demos against the imp fast fire ships here anymore. Doubt did the nice clear up against CL. His KD is 50 to 28. The Viper with the great KD as well. As you can see, the Frantic flanks not too great in their regard. Coinage now for Vivi. Who is she going to sling? Now with a massive amount of map control here. Looks pretty good for him. Oh, Vivi actually going for some water. That's a bit surprising to me. Not putting a lot of trust into Tim apparently. Who's trying to redock himself. I think it's for CL as well. Otherwise not a lot of expansion. That's those two mangonauts actually killing the TC in the center. And what did I tell you? The Viper, he should have the better control here. Mass gates that up. And honestly, with the castle out, Philocracy might be an option pretty soon and giving him a lot of harbor control all around. Military count, scary you say? We have 30 here against a solid, well, close to 60. So yeah, Team Secret in a solid control. Also populations, look at that, 110 to 130. On the other side we have 120 and 2 guys in their 60s only. It looks pretty ugly. Vivi is trying to make something happen here, but that shouldn't really work. Shadow meanwhile is tagging for Arbalest. Getting chemistry for himself as well, the archer ranges, and well, they have so much gold control here overall, and the condos, they won't do much against Tato, who's already well prepared. Villager count also better for Team Secret. Fish, look at that, 40, 20, 20 to 22.05. So Tim losing everything there really hurts. The Viper did add quite a lot of fishing ships here. Look at that, even docked in the back. Maybe even another dock here would be quite nice. Doubt, didn't think of that. But Tato, he's taking good care of all that fish. Already added quite a reasonable amount of fish traps though. A bit surprising to me. With all that fish still left. Easy winning that fight, and I cannot see a lot of stuff going right for Frantic at the moment. Trying to repair that university, tries to get chemistry, but well, he will lose that one for sure. Tato, well, he meanwhile tagged to Onages and will casually break through here with the Arbalest, and there's 0 protection for Mr. Vivi. All those villagers will go down, and those are unprotected as well. I think we might see the GG timing here any second. No chance to hold water, no chance to win or land. Secret with a very strong performance here in game number 1. Vivi cannot be happy with how much he contributed in this one. Obviously he was the slinger, but in the end, just getting smashed on land here. Some nice ground attack against all those condos. Yeah, they're still alive, but well, second volley is killing them. And the Arbalest behind. That was maybe the only saving grace. If those condos got all the onages, maybe they could have done something with the defense. But look at that here. And well, Tim must be also like, oh, when you supposed to hold the land here and give us some ground? And will be, yeah, I couldn't. I need to go for water myself. And then Tato just smashed us in the center. Secret takes the lead 1-0. Strong performance by them for sure. Score will be updated to 1-0. And well, that was just a beautiful abuse of all those fishing ships around. Look at that. How many docks did he build? 4, 5, 7? Oh, this guy's just mad. Ay. And yeah, Dowd was talking about it for quite some time, how strong they feel on this map. And well, we did some heresy against secret practice, and they felt really strong, and they did show it yet again. Achievements. Tato with 31-3 in the end. He was 1-3, so he got 30 kills in a row. The Viper won the water against Tim. Dowd won the water against Mr. ECL. Not much they can do. Vivi, well, rough game for him as well. Was the slinger, as we saw here. He did sling 4k, went to him. Tato did sling 5.7k in the end. ECL only got 1k. Dowd got 1k, so that was somewhat even. And the rest of the resources went here, but the Viper simply got more than Tim. Italian Fishboom might be a bit better than Malay Fishboom as well. So, a bit of a more fortunate position for sure. Civilizations, now Italians used by both, and we had Japanese and Malay taken away from us. And yeah, why did we not pick Vikings? Vikings are still pretty good on, I'm not sure about Borg, but maybe on decentering. When is King of the Hippo? After this, it's scheduled to start in 1 hour 20 minutes. I hope it all works out. Today, 5 qualifiers. Tomorrow, 3 qualifiers and the finals. Could be a long, beautiful day of Age of Empires. Good that you came early. It's King of the Hippo 7. Not King of the Hippo 2. Dowd is playing the last qualifier, I believe, Sunday evening. Qualifier number 8. You can see exclamation mark players. They're all listed. Dowd. Oh no, Dowd is playing today. Qualifier number 4. MBL is playing qualifier number 8. Not sure when Tato is going to join. He said he will play as well. Is it possible for us plebs to qualify for King of the Hippo? Yes, that's the idea behind the whole tournament. There are 4 low qualifiers and 4 high qualifiers. Did Viper sign up? Not yet, but the last 3 episodes, I think he just showed up late in the evening and said, "Nelly, do you have a spot for me?" And I always had a spot for him. So he might join, but he's not the biggest fan of it. I think it's too much skill and too much strategy. And you cannot just randomly style around and still think you have a shot. Don't they have to pick civs from the pool? 2 from the pool, 1 outside of the pool. I like that it's like Archipelago. Yeah, some people felt it looked a bit like Acropolis. Hillfort should be fun. We saw Chinese, Spanish, and Mayans yesterday from Secret. Frantic did not play it, I believe. Indian's best civilization. They could be picked on on Decentering, I believe. Or on Hillfort. Oh yeah, no. Chinese will be picked for decentering. So we will have Indians potentially for Hillfort here. How old are you? Wizard already? SK1. You said that you didn't like the hype song. You know that I need to swallow a lot of pride and search deeply in my soul for forgiveness to even consider not banning you for a lifetime. How old are you? 31. Wizard already? No. What civ last game? Maya? Well, Hillfort was the third. They picked Mayans for Hillfort, yes. Will Jordan play today? I don't think so. No. He is clearly not on the level as the other 3. I think he will play the 4v4 stage and that's it. Can't even remember Decentering. It's a map that can provide interesting games. Although I think this should be a really good match and a really good map for Team Secret. Will Jordan play King of the Hippo? Ah, no. What about Slam then? No.
Kira and Lily, how's your weekend going?
Well, the weekend just started, so I cannot really say how my weekend is going, right? I'm 12 hours ahead of you, or behind you. So far I woke up, did a short workout, did some cooking, and then set up everything for the stream. If you have to point out one weakness of Team Secret, what will it be? That's a good question, my friend. Well, I know what Viper once told me. That they have a bit too much pride to ask for help. For example, if Doubt is in trouble, although simply because he lost his 1v1, to ask for help, to ask for a sling, to adjust the strategy, something that happens too rarely. And apparently the same for Tato. I think this is kind of because they're trolling in their practice games, or not like trolling in the rated games. I think they could be even better if they took every rated game 100% seriously and always try to maximize their win equity, which is obviously probably not the ideal strategy for them, because that would decrease the fun, then you're less motivated to train. But if there were machines, I think the rated game approach could be more intense. Like all the fantasy plays for the Viper, right? If he just skips all those and just plays 100% against Vivi every game, I think he'd be 0.5% better. Well, they didn't play 10k games in their life. But, well, maybe they did now, yeah. Why some people don't like, some teams don't like the ECL settings? I think they are great maps and stuff with the Civ pool. Nah. There are a lot of problems, but we need to talk about that later, because now we're jumping into game number 2, Hillfort. And I will answer the question during the starting time here. Let's take a look into that and what civilizations they picked, and interesting ones. So we have Tip picking Vietnamese. We have CL picking Mayans as the non-Civ pool map. And we have Vivi picking Spanish. On the other side, we don't have Spanish. Tato is playing Vietnamese. Doubt is playing Burmese. They have a nice base together, and the Lonely Warrior, the Viper, is having his own arena here with Mayans. I think that's something we don't consider bugged, but yeah, untypical for sure. So no Spanish here for Team Secret. That's a bit surprising. Probably want to keep them for another map later on. Playing Vietnamese makes some sense to counter a lot of range units the opponents will build. What civ would you take against Turks and Persians in one game? Well, Turks and Persians aren't that great, so depends on the map, obviously. Is this bugged? I'd call it not bugged. Okay, to answer the question, why do some people hate ECL? Well, first of all, I think the tournament is too long for some people. I'm just quoting, right? It's not my point of view. It's just like some people that don't like it, they have those arguments. Some people think it's too long. Some people don't like that it's still not fixed position. Some people don't like that you don't have the typical sheep under TC spawn, like NAC or KOTD. Some people don't like that it's very heavy slinging. Some people don't like the civ picking system in 4v4s. It's actually better for the lower seed, from what I heard. With the heavy advantage. Some people think that some of the maps aren't created for competitive gameplay. Yeah. That's what I heard. Okay, so what are we witnessing? We have 500 here for Shadow, 4 so far for Doubter. Goes for a second lumber camp. Tilsy! Cheers. Some people nearly? No.
I like you.
Nearly using this to let out all ECL frustration. No, for me it's like the only problem I see with ECL is that the missing success might be a bit off-putting for Microsoft, right? If we had 10k viewers every ECL Saturday, I think it would be the dream tournament. But yeah. What points you mentioned you also agree with? No, now I don't know what I mentioned. It's a complex topic, guys. And also now the streaming rules are ruining Saturdays for some people, right? Because you can see those games live. And then ECL is recasting the records in, I believe, not even, no, not even 7 days. And I believe they're recasting those in 14 days, right? In 7 days, they will cast the quarterfinals. In 14 days, they will cast the semifinals and finals. Sweeland 92, cheers. Giuseppe 551 behind that. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's focus a bit on this game because we see Tip with his tower rush with Vietnamese here. 4 on stone and
ECL is not a tournament, it's a league. Hype will ebb and flow.
yeah, that's also a big difference, right? It is a long league and not. In the end, it wasn't the 14 small tournaments they kind of wanted to go for. Okay, let's continue on this game. The big problem with this trush now is that normally if you trush, for example, a trush here, all 3 players kind of need to defend and you can attack all the players. In this case, the Viper is the only one who needs to defend and yeah, the other ones are fine. Doubt is going for a stable here. Shadow, that looks like now he's transitioning into archers, isn't really on stone. The Viper could go for some tower defense, wanted to play fast castle. Last time he adjusted and went into archers after he saw that he was getting trashed. Has a lot of stone, can get 2 defensive ones up. Doubt. He takes some damage and is going back. What are they playing behind this? Is CL is playing fast castle, so is Vivi. So it's one guy trushing, and then we have probably Conquistador, Plumed Archers behind this. Could be an interesting one. Okay, there's still a lot of ECL discussion. You can continue with that. I'm trying to hide my left eye, or like cover my left eye so that I can't read chat anymore. I'm always like watching the game on my right eye and watching the chat on my left eye. Uh-oh, Dowd is now going for the attack here. Trying to watch that with both eyes now. And there's not a lot of spearmen around. Tower not really walled. Scout here, and Dowd can easily clear this up here. Not a lot of losses. Tim actually getting a kill. Quite solid for him. Gets another volley off, and Dowd, he's losing a lot of scouts. What will happen to those 3 villagers? Maybe with 1 HP here. Can those villagers be safe? This one is going down for sure here. Without does any focusing. And he should indeed. So 2 villagers going down. 1 tower behind that as well. Vivi is up. CL is up. And the secret players a bit later here. Viper was focusing heavily on the tower defense. Look at how many resources he has left over. That's so weird. Uh-oh, and now I know why he has so many resources left over. The answer is in the wind. Tim is going to sling CL and Tato is going to sling the Viper. And, well, that's something that a lot of people are criticizing about ECL as well. How many games we see the sling strategy, and, well, simply is the Max sling against Vivi sling, against the Viper sling, against Mr. Yo sling, against AM. Okay. Tato, exactly what we expected. Dowd's now stonewalling the front here. Doesn't want to get rushed. The front now goes onto some stone as well. The Viper, what will he play now? He has enough stone to build the castle any second. Update the score. It is, my friend. With the outside TT now builds a castle. Has a lot of stone behind this as well. Tim did sling a lot of stone. Didn't go for the wildest rush. I think he got 2 towers up. Had 4 on stone, so could sling a lot here. Could potentially get CL into second castle quite quickly. Dowd's around with his scouts. We'll have an under 20-minute castle time behind this. Okay, now the big question is, how fast are we getting up to Imp? Because Plumed Archer against Plumed Archer shouldn't really do much. I honestly think Dowd shouldn't even go for any Rambai. Rambai won't perform too well against a slung Marion player. Is he really adding that much? I don't really think so. So Dowd should go for the boom. Solid tribute of 6 food. And I would think, okay, Tato, he's stonewalling, but there is a river where we cannot wall on with stone walls. What did Tato do here? And he did the double dock block to just do the full wall off here. Nice move there, forcing all the units go over there to Mr. the Viper, who has +2/+1 any second. Plumed Archers from CL on that hill, only +1 from him, +2 now flying in. CL, he's already going for 3 extra TCs though, so pretty strong boom behind that. Viper, he will stay with 1 TC, and I think he will think about imping then. Can only be the one real reaction to that. Dowd loses that one, and just stays active with the scouts, wants to scout any more extra TCs. Vivi, that looks like a boom, I want to say, but he's going for Conquistadors himself. Do you think it might be worth it to dock those shallows and go for fish traps as feudal slinger? No, with melee maybe. But not really. With anything else. Yeah. Is it possible to add number TCs to the overlay? As I mentioned earlier, that will happen. Actually, it should have happened today, but PKZ didn't send me the newest version. It will happen in the next weeks, month, years, something like that. Going for the dock now, but oh, it only has 1.8k HP, and it's tricky to repair that. Taro goes for the dock block again. Maybe build one here. Is he trying to repair? It's kind of costly. What is the Viper doing? Okay, chasing army around here. Military count 15 to 16. So at the moment, that's a big problem. Taro 500 HP on that dock. Did get himself some more time. 300 HP on that gate. I think that's the weak link actually at the moment. Taro doesn't even need to wall behind that. And look at that, Taro, he will be broken, and there's no real good answer to that at the moment. Yeah, CL lost some plumes. Viper actually quite even. Can just fall back, and there's no good answer to that. I said, Doubt should go for the boom, and that's indeed what he's going for. Taro at 250 HP, did get some more HP on that gate. Good job, now tries to go for some more behind that, loses one villager. That one is going down 3 HP, most likely not really focusing on that. 140 and a demo hit here again. Oh god, Taro! He is the master! How much time did he buy himself with that one? That was so sick! Oh god! We had no idea, I didn't see it coming either. But one single demo is stopping this. This was so beautiful! Oh god! This mastermind of Age of Empires, Mr. Taro, just casually sharking out here, and oh boy, and you have no idea how important this was for this team. If 8 Conquistadors are getting into a feudal age slinger and just can rampage in that eco, that would have been so bad for Taro, and now he's just sitting strong again at 900 HP walls, and oh boy, was that beautiful. Meanwhile, CL is advancing here. Viper and CL both having a pretty similar uptiming. The Viper wants to get a castle up here. Will he have enough space for it? Yes, he will. Will have the hill advantage in that trap war. CL will be insignificant 8 seconds earlier, and will have one more castle for production though. Can the Viper take this fight? He has one more defense upgrade. It's close to the castle though. Gets a bit debated in there. Oh, still can't breathe. What a beautiful move. Taro goes for some more walls here. Goes for the stone mining upgrade. Yeah, guys. Good that you clipped it. We can watch it after the game again. Oh, Doubt even making use out of his scouts. At least he tried to. Do you think Paddard would be worth it to break through? Absolutely. One single Paddard and he would be in with all his Conquistadors. You know, Taro is still feudal age, so only 900 HP on those walls. Taro even deleting one of his dogs to get another demo hit off. Wasn't getting the kills in, but at least got some damage in. Can he? Oh god, look at that. And that's against ballistics here from the Viper, so he's doing some damage behind. Oh, that's just sick. Doubt booms into elephants. Well, he's the strongest one with 76 villagers at the moment, and yeah, he goes for 5 TCs. So that's a strong indicator that he goes for elephants. You cannot have enough eco for that. And, well, that's an ambitious trap for sure. 35 HP. Nothing to really kill it. Oh, the castle even missed. Oh no, he shot the Conquistador, I believe. Nearly did the splash damage against the trap there. The Viper, he can use this little advantage. See, did he already lose that castle or did he delete that one? I was too focused on the thing at the bottom. Without looking at a solid 90 villagers. 50, 50, 50, 78, 73 here. Say, somewhat even an overall villager count. But we have Fuel Age, Castle Age, Imp. Fuel Age, Castle Age, Imp. The two main players kind of deciding the game at the moment. CL with a way better eco, so he can allow his Vietnamese team player to transition away a bit earlier. But well, what will we have as units after this? And the Viper even gets onto Plumed Archers a bit earlier. CL, Mr. Happy. Shining too much here. He was up Imp earlier. 8 seconds. But is later there with the trap numbers. Later with Elite Plumed Archer upgrade. We'll lose 2.5 castles as well. It's looking really, really good for the Viper. And, well, he's even sending some stuff over here to kill those Conquistadors. And they were low HP before. Let's take a look what the Plumed Archers can do. 5 being sent over. Viper continues with this push. We don't have to fear any big mangonel shots here. Tato is losing some. Luring the Plumed Archer, luring the Kongs a bit closer to the Plumed Archers. Look at that, the Kongs not even fighting the Plumes. Just trying to run. The Plumed Archers finally for CL, but he's at 23 military while the Viper's already at 40. Didn't really focus on the traps early enough. Wanted to go for Plumed Archer numbers, but that's not the most important thing in trap wars at this moment. Doubt even gets a casual conversion here. And the Plumed Archers will get the clear up. No problem there at all. The ramp won't do a lot either. And, well, CL, congratulations, you have the better eco. But if you don't have the production, that doesn't matter at all. Vivi is now transitioning into Cavaliers, instantly spotted by the snake. So beautiful awareness of that. And take a look. Tato continues to play in Fuel Age. Same for Tim. Until we'll win. Burmese guy going for Mass Elephants or a Spanish guy going for Cavaliers. I don't want to give you the spoiler, but oh boy, they will be beefy if we have all the defense upgrade of Burmese on them as well. Elite Battle Elephant tech now at the same timing with the Cavaliers. That shows you how strong of a boom Doubt went for. 120 villagers already, and he is not even stopping the production there. I won't even mind seeing him at pop 140. The thing is though, Tim, he is having a lot of map control here. In the long run, Frantic is controlling 3 corners. So if they hold this off, I don't really know how against all these elephants, but if they hold this off, they will have the trade, and Secret won't. That could be an option. Tim could be losing some villagers now. That's actually hill advantage for the Viper, although he's trying to attack. CL now going for chemistry, a bit late there. And Tato switches up into Castle Age here with 60 villagers. And, well, he is trying to start the trade, but won't really happen for him. Look at that, everything beautifully walled off. Tato, he is just... That's also a big skill of a guy who is getting the sling guys. And that's heavily undervalued. Doubt +1, +2 defense only now. Bloodlines come in. I think this is the spot where second blacksmith could have been really nice as well. Elephants now at the front. And still no castle from Doubt, I believe. Yes, indeed. So his unique tech not really here yet. Now those battle elephants still taking some damage, but +4 defense, plate barring armor on the way now, the ram to soak some damage at the front, and well, they are just fine, right? 3 traps, slowly draining stone away from Mr. CL, not really focusing down on those. The Doubt is trying to engage again. Cavaliers at the front here, their upgrades are +1, +4. And now they're taking the fight. I'm not sure if that's really the fight they need to take. No. Vivi is disengaging. Howder now coming from Doubt. Just finished the cast and is now going for it. And then I believe they will have 3+5 defense. Against only 9 damage output though. They will do 1 damage, I believe. That's pretty sick. Elephant's now at the front, and Doubt, he's just ruffle stomping over there. Look at that. Crushing those paladins at the right, crushing those plumed archers at the left-hand side. 3+5 damage in defense indeed. Those plumed archers, I think they're doing 1 single damage. Well, with hill advantage, maybe a bit more, but that's still a horrible, horrible fight. Those 3 traps are doing the work. We didn't even have masonry or architecture in the back. No hoardings either, and that's why those castles are falling. Paladins are now trying to focus down the traps and doing a good job with that. The Viper needs to replace his traps at the moment. The push stopped a bit. All the paladins went down. Look at that military count, 60 to a whooping 110 at the moment. And the Viper, even though he is fighting against the hill, he is just moving in. He has all the upgrades and just feels, okay, we are crushing this. Doubt with his boom. That's just a beautiful game for him. Went onto some scouts, then a 5TC boom, 147 villagers, exactly how many you want. Only thing they need now is to set up the trade, but if we look at the minimap, Tedo took care of that, although he's only in castle age, and well, there's not enough buffer in front of those plumed archers. And Spanish, in the end, they didn't get into the phase where Spanish really shine. Didn't have the conquistadors too efficient because of Tedo's masterpiece there, and the trade didn't really kick in either, and the elephants are just smashing this down. Trap numbers could get a bit higher, but the Viper, he's back onto 3 here. Now some monks in the back trying to get some conversions. That could help quite a bit. Finally hoardings here for CL. Still no masonry though on his castle, and that could have really helped. How many castles did he lose that game? I think it has to be 4 already. I think he already lost 4 castles. Met with Mayans. He's at pop 120, although he's the slunk Mayans guy. Look at that. The Viper, he didn't even catch up with villagers, but he has 85 military, and that's all that counts if you're playing the Mayans. It's not about who has the better eco, it's about the production, about what you can get on the map. Well, Paladin of Vivi actually doing quite a solid job here. Trade is being set up now, but will it really be important? How do they counter those elephants? Mass monks could be an option. Or actually, you don't need mass monks. Like 8 monks behind that would be good, but it's obviously easier if Tim the Stinger could control those. Maybe Vivi with his unique check again. Another go for the traps. Doubt is trying to protect those. Plumed archers are coming back. All the paladins will die. Traps even moving forward. 1 went down, but still 4 survive, and that's enough to continue the push. 100 HP on that castle. Where is he trying to attack? Probably even focuses on that back one. CL is now building another one, but this is looking really rough. And, well, just moving forward. A beautiful push here by Team Secret. They did hold off the tower rush quite nicely. Then Tedo with the hold did allow Doubt to get the time. CL with a misplay there, in my opinion, as well. The Viper just so strong with his Mayans sling. And, well, he might be the best player in the world when it comes to Mayan sling. Actually, it might not be even to debate how well he performed in all the last tournaments. I remember how he outplayed everyone in the last stage as well. We had double Mayan sling there quite some time, and GG, well played here. The Viper, mass traps, mass plumed archers are just smashing this, and the elephant sealing the deal. Yeah, we had some shenanigans down here in that corner, but didn't really matter if you lose your whole starting base. Score 2-0. The Viper went up to 3 digits of military there. Sweet move as well, and sad for Frantic, good for Secret and all the King of the Hippo fans as well. Watch Frantic trade. Oh, Tedo even there, being annoying. And, well, he even continued to wall this in as well. Ay, 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 ay. He is so annoying, man. How did he squeeze through? Look at that. It's all walled off, actually. How did the Belichick even get there? That's so weird. Oh, man. Achievements. Yeah, look at that KD. That's just 200 against 90 there. Shouldn't really work out. Vivi with 40 against 110. Horrible for him as well as a Spanish player. Doubt with the casual game there. Lost some elephants. Lost some villagers early to raids. But that was it. 151 villagers for him. Just Doubt things. Great stuff for him. And decentering. Honestly, probably the best map out of the map pool for secret here as well. No! Okay. Elfish, could you send me the link of the clip again? I just scrolled to the very top, and it was the last thing that Elfish posted the clip. I clicked on it, and then someone posted a new message, and then it was out of it. Zen Harmonics! Cheers for 100 biddies. Good job, now tries to... Oh, I didn't see it coming at all. Good job, now tries to... Okay, full screen, bop. I'd actually... Yeah, it's fine if we overlap that, right? To go for some more behind that, loses one villager. That one is going down 3 HP, most likely not really focusing on that. 140 and demo hit here again. Oh god, Dano! He's the master! How much time did he buy himself with that one? That was so sick! Oh god! We had no idea, I didn't see it coming either. But one single demo is stopping this. This was so beautiful! Oh god! This mastermind of Age of Empires, Mr. Tato, just casually sharking out here and going down 3 HP, most likely not really focusing on that. 140 and demo hit here again. Oh god, Tato! He's the master! How much time did he buy himself? Does it feel like my voice changed a bit there? Hey, Limanes AM versus Suomi. I think they're scheduled for next Friday. Why do they pick Vietnamese for Slinger? Is there a reason? Vietnamese aren't good. They don't have good units. And this is kind of thing from ECL and Battle of Africa. Forcing players to play more different civilizations is kind of forcing them to sling. Because if we had 3 incredible strong civilizations, they could just play to their strengths. But if we have bad ones, you kind of want to increase your chances by taking them for the slinger and sling the strong civilizations. Why not sling to Vietnamese? Red and archers are very strong against plumes. But they cannot dictate the fights. Then they are not great against eagles, not great against paladins, not great against elephants. And plumes, their mobility is a big factor in those games. That's good, I'm tired of the same 6 every time. Well, the problem is, did we see red and archers? No. Will we see ballista elephants? No. So Vietnamese are out of it. Out of those, Frantic still has Burmese and Secret still has Spanish. So if you want to see the different civilizations, you need to forbid sling or like do some workarounds. The idea, like what I did with Clash of the Hippo, was slingy only an imp. Another idea is you can only sling a person that is in the same age or lower than you. That's something I like. What do you recommend to keep up with all the events, stream dates, etc.? It's hard to remember sometimes. It's tricky for me since I'm doing it full time. It's like I'm always there, right? I hope you know AOE Zone. It's a website where all the big events are scheduled. On the right hand side there's a calendar. Then there's also AOE 2 calendar. That might be good for you, but then you might even miss something like King of the Hippo. And yeah, AOE Zone is probably your place to be if you want to keep up to date with Age of Empires 2 happenings. But we already saw Secret playing Khmer as a powerhouse on 4v4 stage. You mean, yeah. you will remember one game in one 4v4 stage, right? We also saw the same game, I believe, where Khmer did shine. Not Khmer, Goth. If that's the same game. Yeah, Khmer boomed and Goth, yeah. So it was a wild game, and the Viper would have dominated that game with any other civilization as well. So it wasn't really Khmer that did shine. But well, it's a long debate. Tedder was Khmer. Okay, then the Viper was Celt and walled off, right? Yeah. It was Khmer and Mayans against Secret. It was a Jordan playing Goth then, and for getting Elite Housecarl upgrade. Where can I find Secret vs Vietnam Legends replays? Well, replays won't be posted. If you want to watch the VOD, it's obviously on my YouTube. Will slinging the same age as you work if the slung player goes full castle age against the other team playing standard? Yeah. Neely, how are you today? Well, obviously moves like Taro make my day a bit better, right? I slept really well. And I'm very excited for King of the Hippo the rest of the day. It will start after the series. Just maybe if... I fear that if Frantic is putting it back to a 5th game, I might not cast that 5th game to not delay King of the Hippo too much. But we will see about that. Let's just hope Secret wins within the next 2 games and then everything is fine. We are jumping into it, guys. It is decentering a map where I see Team Secret heavily ahead. We are playing Tim with Portuguese. The pocket position will be CL with Persians. And we have Vivi playing Chinese. He's facing the Viper, who is playing Persians as well. Did find a lot of buffaloes for himself. Tato is playing the Chinese pocket here. And Dowd is playing Portuguese as well. So a complete mirror matchup here. We're starting on small islands. Water in the center is really important, but in the end, the guy who wins the land actually wins the game. Wow, biased caster. Well, I want to go cast with you. You want to scout quite a bit, and as we can see, a lot of stuff moving here on the mini-maps. And after you scouted a bit, you might even consider sending some buffaloes over to your starting island. Why Persians? They have plus 50 wood, plus 50 food, so you can build your TC a bit earlier. And, oh god, CL, he forgot his buffaloes. And is now going over. That's actually losing a lot of time. The Viper, he keeps one villager around. Now builds his TC quite instantly here. So Persians TC on the outside. Let's take a look. Where is he building his TC? Is it close to the wood line? Looks a bit like it. He should have a lot of map vision. Look at that. He's everything in the back. But his TC is so much later compared to the Viper. He is only starting it now, while the Viper is already at 40%. But only building it with 2 villages. Chinese and Persians are fighting for... Chinese and Portuguese are fighting for the water. The Viper could have actually lost a lot of HP on that one. A bit surprised that Vivi didn't try to go for the kill there. Yeah, douching doesn't work. I want to see organ guns. We won't see organ guns. Out with a pretty solid opening here. Now heavily goes onto those swordfish, but needs a house behind this, right? Oh, he already built one. Okay. Only queues up 2 villagers. Okay, now queues up the rest. Makes a bit more sense. Tato with the solid opening here behind that as well. Obviously, Chinese players so far ahead. CL will be by far the slowest together with the Viper, since they went for the outside and had the slowest civilization. This would be epic. Still does not work, guys. Sorry, I don't want to disappoint you. We could have randomly fake hype it, but it doesn't really work. Not too much happening at the moment. Everyone trying to build themselves up. We will, have 2 players of each team go for border, Portuguese and Chinese. Chinese with their very early up timings, Portuguese with their stronger civilization, or stronger fishing, or stronger ships, and also with their cheaper ships here. And the Persian players will just boom on the outside. Maybe we'll go for knights. If it's super wild, they might go for archers or scouts, but I don't really see that happening. Tato with the dock towards Doubt. Interesting. I think a dock more towards the direction of Viper. It could have been another thing to consider, because he will need some support eventually, because he will be late and won't really contest that. As you can see, CL 9, 10 population, the Viper with 12. So not the greatest start here by CL. How many demos to take out the TC? I did the math the other day. I think it was 9 or 8 or something. CL is sneaking. Well, don't confuse the sneak with some water buffaloes running around, just getting some map vision. He's having a villager over here, but that might be just for a dock as well. Or he's preparing that villager now. Uh-oh, he is indeed sneaking. Okay, so it goes through the complete center. But, interesting. So that might be archers. Look at how many buffaloes he has as well. It's actually something where he could go for a fast castle. What? Add fish and overlay, because sometimes not working fish are counted like wilds. Well, fish are here in the overlay, my friend. Not really sure what you're talking about. If they're idle, they're counted as villagers. But that's a bug of the overlay. Definitely not 8. I think they're doing more than 300 damage. Maybe now going for the outside as well. Preparing himself for the water setup. We'll add dock number 2. Tato with 4 fishing ships. Dock number 2 as well. Lumber camp here now. Why does Doubt have so low a score? I think that should be scouting. Oh no. Ah, well, it's tough to judge. Yeah, I think it's just scouting. Did send the buffaloes to a starting island. Now need to transition on to gold here as well. 4 fishing ships for him. Is having a better start than Tim though, who's only at 300 food. What? NCL, he didn't sneak, he just built a dock here. Why did he not just build a dock at his starting island? Why did he need to transport that one? And well, it is a sneaky villager in the end. Interesting. So stonewalls here by Vivi already. Trying to corner them. See how that will be the game deciding villager here for Frantic. If he dies, that's a lot of hope lost. If he gets his stables up and is the sneaky boy that he wants to be, not assuming his or her gender, then this could decide the game for Frantic. Tato now coming over here. The Viper actually built his dock over at his start island as well. Vivi, let's take a look. He's trying to go for some scouting here. Tato instantly went for galleys, and now a demo RAF behind that. Let's take a look if he can do any defending shenanigans. Doesn't really need to at the moment. No one with a single kill or loss. CL up here, 1738. Not the prettiest timing. Is he on gold? Yeah, with 3 villagers now. Fishing ship number at 4. Could go a bit higher here if he has a lot of trust into Tim defending him. Tim going for 2 docks. Doubt for 2 as well. So should be somewhat even there. Trying to go for some walls as well. What strategy to go for? Well, you can see the Viper is going for some knights and some boom behind that, and you see CL is going for the sneak with some knights as well. And as we said, Portuguese and Chinese are the players that are going for the big water approach here. Maybe retreating for now. Tato thought about engaging here. Look at that, 1916 cast age time for the Viper, just so much better than Mr. CL, and they actually had both the same starting conditions. Although the Viper had a good spot here with double shawfish and the berries close by. CL now reaching the fuel late, so he will be behind a solid 2.5 minutes or something, and 1 villager ahead, so maybe 2 minutes later timing. Not the greatest start by him for sure. Doubt now walling all this off, but this is still the game deciding thing here. Builds a stable. And the blacksmith now. We have some axes. Tim he says that he is fine here. Now goes for dock number 3. Thing is Tato already heavily on galleys and is going for fletching as well. And I kind of knew that desrenching would be a really good map for him. So I'm training that a lot against Tato. It's even a video on my YouTube where I looked Tato over the shoulder, and he was playing training with Jordan. That's what I said. Even have a video on my YouTube looking Tato over the shoulder, how he plays against Jordan and does some magic with his galley micro there and really shows off his micro and macro. Lovely stuff. And well, he will get some kills over here. His KD at the moment 4-0. Shouldn't really have a loss here. And okay, some fishing ships went down for the Viper. Small losses there, but Tato's numbers are just getting scary and scarier and scarier now. But the most important thing is that CL isn't really showing that off. And oh god, look at that. Tato even walling off behind here. And what a timing. Oh god, and CL, he's showing that, and Doubt will be safe with that. Let me take a look if Tato, oh god, look at that. Tato, he knows what's up. He knows that CL could be the sneaky boy, and he's just outpost rushing his back to be sure that that won't happen. And CL, he's in a world of pain here. I think he cannot really get too much done. Meanwhile, the Viper did just sneak a stable somewhere, I don't really know, and is now in the woodline of Vivi, who has 0 defense here. And that's just, I don't want to call it GG, but a knight alone just crushes everything here. Another one here. Transporter trying to save some at that point, and that is just horrible for Vivi. Didn't really see that coming. Tries to save some of the villagers, but how can he? How can he save anyone here? Needs to wall those villagers in. Some going down at the right hand side. And oh god, that's so brutal. Meanwhile, Tato should force some water fights against Vivi. They're not really doing that. Okay, he could maybe intercept the transporter here. That would be really ugly. Tato could come over. We know that they're playing with Portuguese, so the message could be there for Tato. And oh boy, the villager numbers are just dropping down. Can we get the kill against the transporter? Would just be so ugly. But where is he even setting himself to? Oh, Tato defending that. Coming over. Transporter, well, landing into Viper's TC. That's a beautiful option. Oh boy. Oh! Okay, transporter around here now. Taylor with no reaction yet. Tries to go for the big walls. Okay, that's all walled off. What can he do? This is all stopped. More villagers going down. Vivi now clicking up to Castle Age. Congratulations, 29 villagers there. This is walled off. And another villager here. Tato is just so good. Tato is just... Oh! Okay, well, one night in. On scout here as well. And Tato is walling behind this. Oh no, CL not splitting this off. And Tato will be walled behind this. A small misplay by CL. Costing him quite a bit. Because now the scout and knight isn't in. And Tato will be fine. Oh no, it was open over here. What? Didn't see that either. Was a nice debation. Now let's compare that to Doubt's quick vault. What he can do. Well, Tato, he will have some losses. Scouts without any upgrades. What are we witnessing on water? Doubt still fighting against Tim. Demo, it could be pretty solid here. Doubt, well, eating one. But is having the army advantage. Military 13-4. That Demo should clear all that off. And the Viper just sending over some camels as well to stop that aggression from really continuing. Where is the knight? Just casually over here. Another one sneaked through. Tato will be fine. Gilnet's now being researched by the Viper, who has 2 fishing ships at the moment. Okay. Interesting. Another demo connection could be good against Doubt here. Oh boy, that was a great one actually. CL, how many TCs does he have behind this? 2. That's the base of Vivi. Actually, he's getting in between of them. Okay, so that transporter made it home. 27 villagers for him though. Those were so heavy losses. And, well, Doubt. He didn't wall against the knight, but he did wall against the camels of the Viper. Okay, now it's fine here. And... That's all stopped. Pretty sweet drop by the snake, who is adding TC number 3 now as well. CL still had in villagers, has his fishing ships alive, so that's good for him. Doubt could probably just kill that as well though. What are the next steps of the players? We have Tim still in fuel age, Doubt in fuel age, Tato in fuel age. Tato now heavily using the market. Is he trying to think about Castle Age? Feels like it. Vivi, is he contesting water? He builds another transport ship. Did he lose his transporter? Oh, that's ugly for him. Villagers won't be that efficient on his starting island in the long run. One night around the Viper, he knows that he just needs to boom and make it a long game. He did so much damage against Vivi there early on. They know that their eco should be ahead here. Defensive tower here for Tim. Doubt could actually contest that. I think the demo could kill 3, 4, 5 villagers here. Huh. Maybe not with the greatest boom. 0 fishing ships. Now 2 military. Also some more fishing ships. But Tato, he's just owning the water. They could even kill the TC of Tim. Once Tato gets to Castle Age. Tim, 715 gold slung to CL. Who isn't using his TCs. Now camel defense at home there. Really weird. And Vivi, he's starting a monk rush. Still no TCs as well. Is it not? Okay, it is showing. Okay, what does he see? Not that much. He knows about that TC, knows about that woodline. Obviously the farms aren't shown, that's a spec bug. Now trust that gold, so did Palisade scan that one before, most likely. And oh god, big demos here by Doubt. Oh god. Could have gone for the kill there against Tim. He's now going for fletching only, that's quite late. Pushes himself into the fire garrison under the tower. Not the greatest game by him here. And indeed, Tim will lose his starting TC. Tedo is going for the kill there. And Doubt will clear this up eventually as well. Some more ratings in the back here against Vivi.
Estou pronto. As vossas ordens.
Nice color for CL after all those farms. It's been a bit early as well. Let's take a look. His aggression. Camels, what can they do? Maybe they can get something rolling here, but the Viper, he will get a TC up as well. With his tower against Viper went up, wanted to go for a second one, didn't go up. And yeah, populations look pretty evil. Pretty damn evil, actually. 45 for Tim only. Lost his starting TC. But there's a lot of idle numbers as well now. You don't need that amount of war galleys. But the Viper, he will have a lot of fish working for himself as well. He's going for 3 dogs. 21 fishing ships behind that. Doubt is going for 11. Tedo with unusually low numbers here with 7 for him. And they're just scouting this area a bit more. Tedo just so good with all his outposts, always getting the info. So sick. The Viper is going for another siege workshop. He is sitting at 90 villagers and he will just spam out of his stables now. 4 stables here. Siege workshop defense at the right hand side, but not really defense. He's going for a ram. Siege workshop aggression over at the left hand side. There indeed he's going for the ram and will try to smash this away. Lost the TC here, Vivi, or did he? Oh boy, this is so ugly. 53 villages for him. Tim at only 45. Did rebuild the TC on the outside here. And Secret, after having a really rough day yesterday and VNA putting them to the test, are looking pretty strong today to take it with 3-0. They did schedule around King of the Hippo to not delay it too much. Great job by them, and they made it in style, they made it in fashion, and killing the TCs. Now, look at that, pop 150 for the Viper, pop 104, and pop 90 as well for the other secret members. And, well, maybe we'll drop below pop 50 after we lose that TC. Tim at pop 44, slinging some, I believe, at least. And now he's even thinking about clicking castle. CL, the only guy with some hope, has 3 TCs up, is trying to go for some more 4 TCs for him now. Not really having any aggression. All those villagers are dying as well. And Vivi, he will ask for happy. Do we have some chances here? Tedo even walling this one off. Oi. Yeah, CL's eco balance on point as well. He's clicking up to Imperial Age. He will try to make something happen. Popcorn and AoE too. You're living the dream, man. Tedo killing some more here. I'm a bit surprised that that wasn't killed earlier. Tim going up to Castle Age. Choo-choo! And now they're controlling the whole area. Only 1 stable, 1 barracks left. Viper is going in behind that as well. A difference of not even a whole minute. Yeah, the eco of CL looks strong. But, well, if you want to have one teammate who is pop 21 with 13 villagers and 8 monks that are trying to get an aggression rolling against the already set up castle and a boomed out Persian player in Imperial Age. It isn't looking great for Vivi. We can all agree on that. He still has 2 villagers that won't do too much here. He's now going for some random walls. I'm not really sure what he has, actually. He has some 6 idle villagers. Now will be more, and actually they're calling the GG here. And, maybe, well, it is indeed. Yeah, I was surprised that CL isn't calling it. Maybe he's resigning. CL, he didn't agree. You see, CL didn't type GG. They waited, and then Vivi resigned before. And CL, he didn't type GG. CL was against the GG timing here. We saw that. Guys, we saw that. CL did not want to resign this one. That was Vivi's decision. G to the G here. Team Secret, the best team in the world. Number 1 in the standings, will increase their lead even further. It was absolutely over. But CL was on the way to him, completely boomed out, max amount of gold, getting a slight sling, so he felt like he had a shot in doing anything, but he didn't know how well the Viper was set up as well. This was ECL times. Now guys, we are going over into King of the Hippo. A full day of that. We will have 5 qualifiers of King of the Hippo. It will be a tournament organized by me, sponsored by you guys. If not, then by me. And the format will be, we will fight for a monument in the center. The owner of that monument will actually get resources. 1 wood, 1 food, 1 gold, 1 stone per second. We have a lot of great players playing this one. Exclamation mark players will help you out with that one. And yeah, now I ask the players to kindly join game number 25 in
Rogan.
Onlu, cheers, 46 viewers. Onlu will be one of our co-casters as well. So brackets, we can turn that one off. Let me see. Camera is good. King of the Hippo can be here. ECL can be off. Twitch alerts, we'll let that on. Settings will be changed. ECL bracket will be away. And oh yeah, King of the Hippo needs to be under Twitch alerts. Cheers. Cheers, man. And we will change the score. Bop, 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 bop. No, I want to change it that way. Indeed. Silent. Cheers. Thanks for the host, guys. We will have a lot of stuff coming up, guys. It will be a very long day of Age of Empires coming your way. All the 8 winners of the qualifiers will actually play for more than $200 in the end. And yeah, 50% of all donations over all channels are going into the prize pool. So if someone donates $1,000, $500 will go into the prize pool, and we are trying to break that. And it's the same for all the other streamers as well. And I will prepare some of the overlay stuff here. Monday. Where is Monday? That doesn't work. I really should work on that a bit more. King of the Hippo 7 qualifier number 1. Squeezing that in here. Take a look in the cast. That's really wild. ECL gets away here as well. Bop, 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 bop. Switch, 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 switch. Why did you open King of the Hippo for all streamers? It was always open for all streamers. The thing is, I want to test this new let all casters work together for the prize pool of a tournament. And I talked to all the casters before, or mainly Demise Red, the Viper, T90, Mem, Doubt, Taddle, and talked about what they thought about this policy, about casting and then paying some stuff. Onlu obviously as well, Robo. And yeah. So they were fine with it. Who's actively going to cast? All the casters are on AoE zone as well. I can tell you that it will work for Ice Cream Tattoo.
Gosh darn Loch Ness Hippo.
Cheers, man. Will work for Ice Cream Tattoo, Demise Red, Nobody 41 twice, and Onlu are listed for now. I talked about the policy beforehand. Yeah, don't you know that you're supposed to just make a post changing your code of conduct? Yeah, no, I wanted to talk to all of them. On their own channel. I think T90 is casting tomorrow as well. I don't know about anyone else. Please don't make Tato cast game 2. He is casting game number 3. Water Nomad. His favorite map. Okay, so we have in here Felix Aldi, The Hand, Dronk, and Amphipro. So Liam Bai is missing, and we have spot for 3 more players, guys. So if you want to join, you need King of the Hippo mod, though. If you reinstall Woolulu Kingdoms, that will help you. You can select King of the Hippo mod. I will roughly wait 10 more minutes to fill this, and then we will start it off with the whole day. So the settings here. The Hippo. I also prepared the red text, right? Yes. 50% of all donations are going into the prize pool. And we have a wonderful day of Age of Empires ahead of us. The map is indeed Rift Island here, as you can see on the left hand side. Low qualifier means players under 1700, high qualifier means players over 1700, but we might fill the high qualifiers with low players as well. Is there a player who can consistently win in King of the Hippo setup? Well, there are obviously players that are better than others, but I think no one ever won twice. Or did Tato win twice? I don't even know all the winners. We had one 2v2 edition. We had Tato winning one, Teutonic Tanks winning one. We had COD Future winning the first one. I don't really remember. Mount Fuji, it's kind of a hilly area with extra stone. Remember, it was Suomi against AM, the 4v4, Sling Goth against Mayans, and then one round later, Secret against Suomi, the Celt Sling on the Viper. Will the qualifiers be on your YouTube? Yes. everything. Claskis won one as well, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Tam SW, went you somewhere? Haha, and I made everyone test the mod before they were allowed to sign up. And everyone said, like, I tested the mod and I want to sign up. And
Rogan?
Great content deserves great support.
cheers, man. And, well, some people didn't do that. So is Tedder's demo hit again? I think I don't have the link anymore. You can check it under clips. Just want to check if the mod works. Okay, you're on qualifier number 3. I knew I read your name earlier. Do you actually believe that Dow tested the mod? No, I don't. It's the same mod as King of the Hippo 6, yes. Jacon, did I actually sign you up? Yes. You are playing the last one today. Interesting. You're playing qualifier number 4. Oh yeah, that's true. What does the mod do except Hippo Wonder and Hippo Wolf? Ah, no, that's wrong. That's another one. This time, the Wonder gives you 1 wood, 1 food, 1 gold, 1 stone per second if you own the monument. So guys, if you want to join, that's still your option. MP info is here. Liambai is actually missing. I think he only wanted to play the qualifier number 1. Yeah, so quite surprising that he's missing now.
Rogan?
5 to you and 5 to the crowd.
Cheers. Just getting back into area. I already know I'm gonna be bad and very nervous to play my first game, lol. It's all good. It's not like anyone is watching. A castle every 11 minutes if you control the monument? Yeah, but you kind of have 7 enemies against yourself then, right? You can install the mod by reinstalling Bololo Kingdoms and then just select it. I don't want too much delay, so no matter how many players we will have, I will start in roughly 10 minutes. We have 4 players at the moment. Some people still trying to install the mod. Kind of what I expected at the start, so it's all good. This should be good if some strong defensive civ gets a foothold there. Would be see epic pushes. That's true. That's what we're hoping for. Rift Island plus King of the Hippo, King of the Hill, never seen this combo before. Then you didn't follow King of the Hippo 6. Shame on you. Shame on you. Will the players pick civilizations? Well, the limiting factors are over here. Qualifier number 6 tomorrow morning will be decided by viewers. It will be all mirror on Bedouins, and I will do a viewer vote, and you can decide what civilization they have to play. It's Hidden Civ? Oh yeah, let's put it on Hidden Civ. That's true. Can also do match starts. Bum 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 bottom. Okay, ice cream can't play. Let me think, do we need a spec delay? Don't really think so. Ah, okay, we need one. When does it start? I hope pretty soon. Within the next 5 minutes. Well, lesser players is worse for me personally. The closer it gets one, the worse there are chances for me. Well, that's not true. Is there a link to the rules? Yes, exclamation mark King of the Hippo 7 or KOTH 7 will help you out. Which co-casters are there today? Same link of the question you just asked, and yeah. On the hand, I want to make you host. Please don't leave the game, even if you think you lost. Sorry if you answered it before. Will it be qualified on YouTube? Yes, I answered before, and yes, it is. Okay, I will tell them to go. We're only 4 people, but I don't want to delay too much. On the other qualifiers, we will have more people as well. If you want to sign up, you can just post on AOE zone or just be there when the matches are starting. This one will start now. I don't want to delay too much, as I said. And 4 people shouldn't be really the worst thing in the world. Glad I found your channel, Mr. Hippo. So am I. Bum, 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 ba-dum. King of the Hill should be standard 4v4 settings. I don't think so. Okay, time for the hype song, and then we will start King of the Hippo number 7.
Pip, was Feuer. Pip,
Jonke.
One of the viewers gone after this music because of this music. Yeah, they're thinking about it, masturbating, and then they will be back. That's something that always happens. No worries. Speculate is launched, and then King of the Hippo 7 will start here. Oh, I can change the title. King of the Hippo 7. King of the Hippo 7. All day. What's up, Hippo lovers? King of the Hippo 7 is starting. We will have 8 qualifiers. All the winners of their 8 qualifiers will play the Sunday evening finals, and the winner of that will get his more than $200 in the end. Let's take a look what they have. We started a bit with the delay, and that's why we couldn't really set up everything there with the Hippo mod. We only have 4 players fighting for this one, the center, and as we can see, Orange is already going for it quite heavily, because if we go into his point of view, we can see he's getting 1 wood, 1 food, 1 gold, and 1 stone every single second he's controlling that monument in the center. That beautiful Hippo here, and let's take a look how he will try to play this one out. He is Felix Aldi playing in Orange. We have Mifo playing Malay as well. Dr. Onk playing Spanish, and another Malay, LKP, the Hand. I did let them pick the civilizations freely, and well, apparently Malay is a very nice choice here. Nicky 4. Thanks. Only 4 players and it's not 8 players, King of the Hippo. Well, it would have been open for more, but not enough people showed up in time, or didn't want to play this qualifier, and I didn't want to delay too much. That's why this one will be with 4. I assume other qualifiers will fill up a bit more now that everyone knows that this is live and happening. The Hippo looks super sad. That's actually true. Where are the eyes? Are those the eyes? Yes, right? Those aren't the eyes. Really weird. Haven't even seen this tournament announced. Well, Cyfla, if you're living behind a rock, that's not my responsibility. So, no one really contesting the center at the moment. Will be really tough. Ships can get over all this. Last time we saw this map, we saw a massive amount of demo hits here as well. And yeah, the timer at the top right hand side is the most important thing. If this timer goes down to 0, you win this game. And if the countdown is below 100 and the owner changes, it jumps back to 100. So building some docks at the outside. Felix Aldi, let's take a look at his resources gained. And yeah, just heavily ahead there, as you can already see. 600 resources or 520 resources here already in stone and gold advanced, and wood and food should be pretty good for him as well. Goes for the deer in the center, lost some HP on his spearman, but not too important. The rest not really caring about that early on. We will see different approaches in that one. For example, if you remember MBL last time, he went for that instantly. Players are kind of unknown for you. We'll have 4 low qualifiers and 4 high qualifiers. The cut is at 1700, so all those players in the 4 low qualifiers will be below 1700, and in the high qualifiers, most likely all of them will be higher than 1700. Village advantage is roughly 12, indeed, if you control that wonder. Is the middle still a square to hold the monument, or is this Amphibistron holding ground anymore? I think it's still, this one should be stone area, so I don't think that you can actually pass there with ships.
Apa syaksananya, Baginda?
8 qualifiers, 5 today, 3 tomorrow. Sunday evening we will have the big finals. Felix going to the fuel age now, and seems like Red wants to contest something, or is he just trying to go for his deer? Scouting a bit with his spearman, has 1 dog in his back as well. Melee, well, we could see a lot of harbors even in the center. We could see a lot of karambit spam. We have the possibility to go on to bombard towers as well, and well, I think this might be a popular choice, because in my Discord there was some discussion, okay, what civilizations are we going for if we can just pick completely freely there, and I said, well, maybe take a look into the finals and see what they picked there, and Ted won one with a free pick with melee, so maybe that's the one that everyone saw. And now it feels like, okay, melee has to be so good. To give this some diversity, we will not allow Malay or Spanish in qualifier number 2, and the civilizations picked for in qualifier number 2 will also be forbidden in qualifier number 3. Then we go into the high qualifiers for the day, and there they can pick everything again. Now the first tower here for Felix, he's just controlling this, does not want to give this up, but once the spearman dies, it doesn't really matter that he has towers around, because one village over here won't be reached by the towers. Well, let's see about that. Felix, well, he can rush to Castle Age pretty quickly as well. Remember that this is a guy who only played HD, only made this account on Voobly for this event, and try to see what he can do in this one. 3 in gold now for our player in the blue trunks. Not a lot of villagers on food at the moment. Goes for Fire Galley, tries to contest something. Not really rising your winning chances though. Felix Ali 11:32 Castle Age timing here. That looks like a pretty solid one for him. He will obviously have to play against all 3 of them, and even if he is castle now and will control everything, that doesn't really mean that he will easily win this one. Yeah, he will have a nice advantage, but he will face all 3 players here. He will probably lose his fish. The others will easily boom around here, and Well, 3v1 will be tricky even if you have another 12 extra villagers in the center. Due to the monument, his boom should be pretty sick though. Let's take a look how he tries to approach this and reaching castle age. Well, look at that. He's controlling it for more than 400 seconds now. Can build the first TC. Didn't even find all the sheep because he instantly rushed for the center. Red is now around. Let's take a look. Blue with 2 dogs himself here at the top. Yeah, reaching castle edge when red is clicking feudal age. Pretty sick for sure. Has 4 on gold now. Second lumber camp for him. Goes for a second dog as well. Should be pretty efficient here. That is now. Is he contesting the center? Not really. Monastery round. Castle being built by Felix. And he, well, actually was never on stone. Let's compare gained resources again. And maybe in later qualifiers, people will focus a bit more on that monument. I think last time it also, like the first qualifiers, people didn't know. I know that Stark and Dave didn't really know either when they played. And they got really mad that the monument was so strong. And I even gave them 12 militia at the start to fight for it. And I cannot get into that one I want to get into. Weird. This is so bugged. Ah! Okay, well... Oh, that's the one I wanted. Okay, so look at that. He's controlling it for a solid 800 second now, even getting some gold now. And that's a solid 3.2k extra resources for Felix, only because he's controlling that center area. Goes for the eco upgrades now. Has the castle up and will be well set up in this situation. But is behind in villages. In absolute numbers, is building some outposts around, will collect some of the relics, as we all know. Quite solid numbers there in that regard. On Rift Islands. Now the mill, the question is, will he drop the relic off at his monastery? No, he will try to get them home safe. So even if he loses that main area, he still has all the benefits of controlling all those relics in the long run. What is Teal going for? 200 stone, indicating that conquistadors are not really on the menu by him. No real fight here. Another dog number 3 for him on the way as well. Everyone kind of booming. Red going for some map control here with some walls. Now goes on to stone as well. And orange, he's pulling ahead with his 3 TCs now. Might be up to him pretty early and, well, okay. He's splitting that off. 1 relic here, 1 relic at that monastery. Maybe change of plans. And red is now contesting that area. Oh, Teal with the dog. Is he maybe going for some demos? No, goes for a galley first. Some Karambit to counter that. Blue's walling himself up, still in feudal age, had his early timing, has a lot of fishing ships. Walls himself, and well, that's a lot of fishing ships. 18 fishing ships now with the solid. How many dogs are there? 4 already for him. So we'll have a strong boom behind that as well. Yeah, Teal, that looks a bit like dogs. What is he building an archer range for? Crossbowman. Don't tell me he's going for archers. Don't tell me he's going for archers. What is that archer range for? That feels so weird. Oh man! Spanish archers maybe. War galley upgrade now by him. Goes for more galleys here in the center. Could have also gone for some demos. Goes another eco upgrade. Question is, what will red now do? Went for 3 monasteries even. Later today we will have Doubt play. Tedder will, I think, play on Sunday. MBL is playing on Sunday as well. Dracont is playing later on as well. All the big names. I think Dracont, did he win one? I'm not sure. No, it's not because he expected melee archers. No. I'm not sure if he had a real plan with that. Felix buying himself 300 more extra stone. Could build another castle now. Go for another siege workshop. Okay, some Karambits lost here.
Yep.
Blue now going up to Castle Edge as well. Has to be happy that his fish is completely untouched. In general, no one really fighting on water. Although Blue did some fire galleys, but that's mainly for defense. Defensive castle here now by Felix. 57 villages for him. And he's just, yeah, rushing to full control here. Will be tricky for all the others to really contest that here. They have heavy demos. I think they do, yes. This is free for all, so everyone playing against each other. 4 players all trying to win for themselves. Those players are all below 1700. We will have 3 low qualifiers and then 2 high qualifiers today. 1 more low qualifier and then 2 more high qualifiers tomorrow. Orange against red, not really pretty to see that, but something we have to work with now. You saw that the Karambits were orange and the monks were red. Actually, the Karambits are still orange. 305 more years to go, so even though orange has a big advantage, there's still plenty of time to make something happen. Well, make something happen. Like war galleys wasting into castles isn't what I thought about. Vikings could have been an option here. Koreans could have been pretty sexy as well to control that area. SO, bomber towers, and turtle ships. Control quite a bit there. Some more water shenanigans. Blue just expanding. That's a lot of docks by him. That looks like democracy pretty surely from him. We'll see about that. War galley now from him. Wants to get fire ships there. No one really an idea what's going on in the center, but well, they should see something. Well, they will see 1 spearman, and that's it actually. The shift will be known directly before the stream, Al Bundy. I will do the viewer vote that same morning. Really sounds so low to me. Anybody else? You're the first one to complain. What is that monument? It's a guy riding on a hippo. No, not really on a hippo. But being pulled by a hippo. Very peaceful fishing ships all around. Felix Aldi going for the 3rd siege workshop now. 2 castles around. For how long is he controlling that monument now? Look at that. Over... Oh no, he's actually gaining stone, right? 16, no, that's 20. Oh god, yeah. Well, he's basically the only owner, so it's 23 minutes or something that he's holding that monument now. You can do the math. A little bit lower than usual. That's weird. So maybe do something really risky. Put a bit more in my mouth. Questionable if that will be so good though, because now you can hear me breathing. Maybe I will decrease that a bit. Now you can increase your whole master volume a bit. That might be a good option. I didn't change anything in the last days. You can't hear me at 100%. That's so weird. MBL, heyo! When are you co-casting? Heyo! I think MBL was the first co-caster of the finals. I think, yeah, he co-casted the finals of King of the Hippo 1. And he will play, I think, the last one Sunday evening. The qualifier. Can directly jump into the finals after that. Tomorrow you will play indeed. Okay, more dogs here. Now it goes for gillnets on the outside. Blue is tacking to imp as well. We're down to 240 years. So players somewhat need to think about doing some shenanigans towards the center in the next Upcoming time goes for some water here. Is Mr. Teal also has some rams, but that's an aggression that won't really do too much. TC's behind that, working. What's the plan for blue here? He keeps his 4 TCs alive. Now goes for another castle. The Locracy for Felix, and he is doing everything to hold this off. No one really contesting the center. Really helped our player in orange here to be set up pretty well for the long run. Also, bonus for melee is, even if you don't have gold control, you can still go for a reasonably strong unit. The two-hand swordman, without any gold investment there. Oh boy. People have to realize that this has to be a full 3v1. I don't really like that Teal is going for a castle age push here with rams and war galleys. I think they should get nothing done against all those mangonels and castles. Ay, 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 ay. Can I play next game? Most likely. Just get there and sign up. I think we have 5 people already signed up. Yeah. Ram push could be big, but I don't really see that doing too much. Okay, red, he is going for the man-at-arms. Or, yeah, two-handed swordsman. Tech. Still a lot of fish here in the back for Felix, who's looking at a strong pop 140. But all the others around pop 100. I just feel that Teal is investing everything in his castle age push without a good transition into imp after that. But we have a lot of gold to go for it. How do I sign up? Just be in the room or post on AoE zone. I'm hearing some raids. I'm getting closer. Ah, here he is. Karambit, but well, he's getting smashed now because we have harbors for blue as well. And I think blue, with a lot of traps and a lot of docks, or harbors, he can do something now. Taking for fletching, receive force, Levi for our player in the blue, in the red. So that will indeed just be two-handed swordman without any gold investment. More rams here for Teal. And they realize, okay, we need to attack our enemy in orange here. First trap, and this will be the 3v1. That's what I said earlier on. Yeah, it is a nice bonus. Oh god, that's not a lot of war galleys. I think he needs to snipe those mangonels quite nicely. 4 mangonels in total. I think he will stop that push. I think he might not even lose that castle here. There's no real army around that. All that is blocked off by the dock as well. 33 HP there. Rams are now going for the mangonels. That's pretty sexy for him. We have those 2 mangonels going down, but also 2 rams already in very red numbers here. Another ram trying to focus down here. This is going to fail so hard. Orange with a nice defense. Teal, well, he gained some ground, but that was a very heavy investment for him. Problem for Orange now, he needs to focus on kind of 3 sides. Needs to defend everywhere. 170 years to go. Bombard cannon production now on the way. He doesn't even have bracer, and well, that war galley attack just failed heavily. Nice snipe of that trap, but now under the castle he should easily die, not having any upgrades on those karambits. They will just vanish. Look at that. Gets, well, 3-4 hits off still against that trap. Pretty nice. Red is pretty much prepared to attack now, and look at that. Orange, he went down to pop 140 now. It's getting really tricky. At the moment fighting 2 players. Soon it will be 3 players. Once Red decides to go for the big attack. Heavily under upgraded so far, only 1 defense upgrade. Orange is still holding this one, 150 years. And as we know, guys, I explained it before, if we are going down to 100 years and the owner shifts, it goes back to 100 years as well. Guard tower here now, no keep, no bomber towers, something that Melee could go for. Rushes out quite a lot of those, still gaining resources from that monument, but relatively it's getting less, right? Because 12 villagers isn't that much if you already have 100. But it's just endless gold and stone. You also have 4 relics here. So that's pretty sweet for him. Some ceramics over here. No upgrades on those. It's kind of worrying though. No galleon upgrade, no defense upgrade on those war galleys for now. He's trying to tower up a bit more. Bomber towers could really be a better option in my opinion. And in general, there's not that much meat around. So he's just only trying to defend the area around. He is accepting that he will play the 3v1 here. And he is also accepting, okay, I will lose my fish now. Well, that's not much he can really debate with, right? Thalattocracy. Thalattocracy. Okay. There's another syllable in there. Tricky. Never heard that word before. Age of Empires. Okay, nice keep defense now. Siege engineers from our red player. He needs to soon start with this one as well. How many traps does he have? Only one for now. Want to see him go in higher numbers. He has quite a nice amount of farms. Let's take a look here. He is looking at 56 farmers. So he's setting himself up quite nicely for the long game. And will have a lot of gold saved up as well. Well, blue, that's something that won't really help you. Ram attack number 2 prepared here for teal. But he's just going for... Okay, at least he's him now. Missed that a bit. Guild is now coming in. Felix Aldi with handcart behind this. Galleon upgrade finally. Going down to 113 years, and there's still a lot of meat in between here. Red, I think he needs more siege. Blue is trying everything, but it will be tricky against all those bombard cannons. Maybe it takes into some as well. The ram push over here could be stopped. Those 2 mangonels need to be sniped. And I like the position of orange here. Bombard cannons might get some problems against the harbors. Not really. Blue isn't doing much at the moment. Just simply lacking siege. I think it will be mainly decided by red. Maybe he could also go for the main base, I wanted to say. But orange, he walled behind this. Pretty nice move by him for sure. 100 years left, guys, and this is the moment where you spam nearly years in the chat, because now it is on, guys. Now it is the full 3v1 here. 97 years to go. Can they do it? Teal, he is banking up. He has 47 military, 60 military for red. He needs to start attacking though. Against all those harbors and against those war galleys, it won't be enough. Galleon tech kind of cancelled here apparently. Orange is doing a great job of zoning all this out. Doesn't have the greatest amount of units around here, but still some rams. 90 years to go. They need to find something to attack with. Now some cannon galleons, that is the right tech in my opinion, but could have been 30, 40, 50 years earlier. Teal, he needs to get captain ram upgrade as well. He's taking 2 galleons as well. He wants to make something happen, but that's so much meat here. They need to attack, guys. It's only 80 years. Obviously, we can see everything, so that's so much easier for us. What does red see? He sees orange heavily here, so he knows, okay, something is looking really tricky. Teal, he saw all that as well, and blue, he needs to go for that as well. He saw the defense. They need to communicate. That's something that we rarely see on low level games as well, that they reasonably say, okay guys, now it's the time to attack. It's only 70 years. We need to make something happen. Galleon tech still not happening. Malay now leapfrogging forward with some more harbors himself. Could be a good option. Bombard cannons, I like that addition a lot. Galleon tech number 2 now for orange, down to 67 years. Teal needs to go for the push, guys. They're running out of time. It's not like they can just smash this. Look at that. Orange even sending all villagers already here. He is sending all his 185 units in the center. Makes a lot of sense. Teal. Oh, God. They are just pushing too slow. Look at that. He is reseeding fishing traps instead of trying to put the army out here. Red trying to go here. This looks not too promising here. 58 years. Teal needs to go. He's at pop limit as well. Blue, what is he building? Pop 122 at the moment. Tries to rebuild castles. Nothing really on the map. It's just too low on his wood count. Red, maybe he can do something. Supremacy now for Teal. Can he maybe start the go? It's just so important. Some rams. Where are the Mangonels not really here for the defense. No water control at the moment for red. They need to start this. Reseeding as melee or seeding? Okay, now we have the go. Red asking for it. Blue wants to attack. Teal is wasting some army. Needs to send his rams in first. Ship right now. I think siege ram would have been the better option at this point. Blue, he is just so late. Will take some time. Red is moving in. But that will be heavy losses for red. He is banking up a lot of stuff. I wanted to think so. But actually he doesn't really have that much gold. 40 more years here. Orange, he is just looking in prime position. Red's army is not doing anything at the moment. Teal's go. Okay, he's going with the galleons now. What can we see? Halberdiers are moving forward. The rams. If he had 15 rams now, he could just smash all this. But 34 years, maybe even then it might be not enough. Bombard cannon numbers aren't as great as I would have liked to see. Blue is going for it, but a bit late. 30 more years. He doesn't have so many units though. How many? Okay, we have 11 rams. That's a lot of villagers here. They're trying to snipe that now. It's really important that they're going for every single unit. It's 26 more years. Felix Aldi, he will probably end this game with the lowest population because they're just smashing everything in his face now. But he still might win this one because 25 years looks like it might be enough. 22 more years for him. Of 160, that's just too much for him. The keeps are around. Siege workshops here for red, and they're not really getting the kills. And the rams of teal were just coming too late. 19 more years. Orange, he is probably trying to hold this one. Blue, he needs to attack that one as well. They need to kill every single unit in that area here. 16 more years. I'm down to 15 now, and this is qualifier number 1 out of 8 qualifiers and the final Sunday evening. This was a game that wasn't that spectacular, because Orange just made it a start to finish victory for him here. Or are we seeing the big surprise? Are we seeing all the snipes of the Karambits and villagers here? It doesn't really look like it here. Now some elephants are being added, and Felix Aldi, the guy who hasn't played Woobly before this week, is probably going to win it. 6 more years for him. And what did I say? He will lose most of it. He will end with the lowest population in this game, but he has, look at that, 60-70 units still on that stony area. That's all that matters. 2 more years. Congratulations to him. GG. The attack on the outside was just a bit too late. They would have smashed him if they had 15 more years, but in the end it was enough for him. He had enough keeps, he had enough harbors, all the galleons buying himself some time as well. He was dead after this, but in the end it all matters. Who is the winner if you have 0 years left? And Felix Aldi just went for it. Did send 4 villagers and the spearman. Got the control, had the great eco. No one harassed him on water, no one harassed him on land. All trying to boom up, and then waited a bit too long. I didn't like the attack of teal there in Castle Age. Completely smashed down. Red banked up a bit too many resources here. Look at that. 8k food, 5k wood. If he invested that a bit more into an attack a bit earlier, that would have been nice. And, well, if Blue had the idea of cannon guns a bit earlier, that could have been nice for him as well. Qualifier number 1 in the books. The next qualifier will start in 20 minutes. We will take a look at the achievements. And why is Skype sending me weird messages? Weird. Felix Aldi, obviously the one with the greatest KD, and fighting against everyone there with the keeps, with the galleons. Quite easy for him. Military numbers, actually not bad for teal and red. And Mifo, GG.
GGS all.
That was the player in red here. Subscribing, and yeah. The stone and gold he's getting from all the monument control. He will control the monument for 45 minutes as well. 45 times 4 times 60 is the resources he got extra due to owning that monument. If you like that format and want to play, just join our game room. Game 25 Medieval Siege. If you think, okay, I like that format, don't want to play, but I want to support the tournament, 50% of all donations are going into the prize pool. Yeah, that's actually everything you can do. Joshua, cheers. Actually, this is exactly 1 month after the semifinals and the meet and greet of King of the of NAC 2. So that's why I kind of set that date in particular, just to celebrate the 1 month.
Let's start the next game already. I'm ready, Nilipog.
Well, I will give the players time to come over here. I will add Somos for qualifier number 8 probably, right? Yes. So if you want to sign up and want me to actually take a look at that, that link would be good. Or actually, what? Yeah, that link would be good. And you can also just get here on Medieval Siege. That will be fine as well. Qualifier number 1 is in the books. Qualifier number 2 will come after that. That qualifier, honestly, was one of the more disappointing ones, but the other ones, trust me, will most likely be better, especially because if we have more players, there's more switching around, if the player level is getting higher, and we have more diverse civilizations. Who's going to play now? Exclamation mark players will help you out with that. Felix Audi already prepared the strategy for this one. And apparently that won't work for Step. Okay. Well, it will work for Step as well. Okay. So we have Liam Bai playing qualifier number 2 now. So we have 6 players at the moment registered for the next qualifier starting in 17 minutes. Before that, I think we can play a round of Scribbler. I think it's a short round of Scribbler should be fine. We play. Oh no. I didn't want to do that. Create private room. That's what I wanted. Draw time, 60 seconds, 2 rounds only. Start the game. Copy. Okay. Join that one if you want. Connection lost? What? Okay, I will need to create another one. Sorry. Not really sure what happened there. So that link will be the new one. Let's hope that works a bit better. Okay, here we go. 80 seconds. Oh no, I failed. Okay, Tardes is coming. Okay, so now what this game is about, we need to type what he is. What? What is that? Peach, apple, pear. Oh god. Okay, it's really tough for me to not read chat in between, but we will try to get it. Okay, number 9 out of 10. Feels nearly, man. Bro, you're vegetarian. Okay. I don't like pear. Dog, wolf. Bear. What? What is that? 4 letters. Shit. Back. What? Behind. What?